Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm Megan Packer here with registered dietitian nutritionist Marissa Moore. So we are talking about ways to manage your stress when it comes to putting yourself in front of food and drinks over the holidays. Of course, alcohol is a big factor.
Yeah.
Talk about, we're going to parties, whether it's relatives, friends' house. There are drinks there. Can that be a pitfall for people?
It certainly can. Whenever we drink alcohol, it certainly lowers our inhibitions a bit, and maybe we'll eat a little bit more, drink a little bit more than we normally would. So you can find a way to reduce the amount of alcohol that you take in. One is just focus on having one drink and then maybe having some water to kind of slow things down. Whenever you look at something like an eggnog versus champagne, I say go for the champagne, because it actually has about half the calories, sometimes even less. So a cup of eggnog has about 350 calories, 400 calories, versus champagne is only 150 per glass. So you can be very festive and still enjoy the season, but get half the calories. And remember, too, that we want to just be moderate with what we drink and just kind of keep that in mind as you go through the season.
Sure, because when you're eating the sweets and all the other food that might be offered, the calories definitely add up quickly.
They do.
How about wine and beer and different liquors? Calorie-wise, how does that fit in?
Yeah, so when we look at wine, it's very comparable to champagne. It's about 140, 150 calories per glass, and it's not the big balloon glass. It's just the 1 5-ounce glass that you get.
Right.
With liquor, it's 1.5 ounces per for 90 calories, 100 to 90 calories. But the thing is, most of us aren't just drinking the 1.5 ounces. It's usually mixed in with other things that are really high in sugar. It might be creamy, so that's where you get all those extra calories. And when it comes to beers, they're usually only about 150 calories for each bottle, and that's for 12 ounces. So most people can kind of get away with having a beer and being satisfied.
Okay. And when you are eating and drinking everything, maybe you say, oh, okay, I'm just going to exercise really hard. Can you just exercise, around the holidays and not do it the rest of the year? Does it work that way?
No, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, exercise does not erase all of the calories that you take in.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know. It takes so much exercise just to burn off a few calories. You still want to do it, though, because exercise is so important for maintaining heart health, but also it helps reduce stress. This is a fun time of year, but a lot of people have a lot of stress during this time of the year. So it's important to keep up those exercise routines so that you can help to eliminate some of that. Here in Atlanta today, from day to day, we don't really know what the weather's going to be, but often it's really nice. So instead of going out for another meal, you might invite a friend to the Beltline and go for a walk to catch up. And even if it's brisk outside, just bundle up and take a quick, nice walk and catch up with your friends that way. So there's one less eating occasion for the holiday season.
Those are really good tips. And getting back to when we do go to parties,
Yeah.
There are different seasonal ingredients I know that you can choose to cook with if you're a host too. Also, maybe one thing to just be aware of are the dips you were saying.
Yes. So 2 important things. So whenever I host something, or if I'm taking something to a work party, I like to think, okay, I'm the registered dietitian. I have to be responsible here. I got to bring something.
Yeah, everybody's looking at you, Marissa.
Everybody's looking at me. So I got to bring something that's going to taste good, but also that's going to be healthy. So often at holidays, we see the really creamy dips, the spinach and artichoke dip that has all the sour cream and the cream cheese. You can substitute Greek yogurt as a way to introduce some extra protein and to lighten the calories in those dips. So consider swapping some of those out. Look for some recipes online to try out before your party and see if that works for you. And then look for seasonal produce. So I'm a big fan of this because it brings in the colors of the season, right? So if you think about winter squash, it's very orange and pretty, or pomegranates, right? Pomegranates are really beautiful, so you can add those to dips. You can add them to dips or salads for extra color. And then I'm a big fan of frozen grapes. You can use grapes on a cheese board, but you can also freeze them and add them to your drinks as a heart-healthy way to keep the drinks cold, but also to maintain that festivity.
Wonderful tips. Really great things to keep in mind. Marissa Moore, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your expertise with us.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. Keep that in mind over the next few weeks over the holidays. Next up, dealing with financial stress over the holidays. We'll be back.